As the new moon for the month of Ramadan has been sighted, the fasting period for Muslims will begin tomorrow. This was confirmed by the Colombo Grand Mosque this evening. Well, it's time now for Action TV.
On the 2nd of last month, Action TV revealed the plight of the farmers who did not receive water for their paddy fields owing to the unsuccessful peace project, which was initiated with aid from Japan in the Namavatta area in Moraveva. The assistant engineer in charge of the project stated that this situation had arisen because of the mismanagement of water by the farmers. However, as a result of the improper planning of the construction of this waterway, an overflow occurs when the fields located in the banks of the canal are drying up. As a result, nearly 60 farmers of the Rajangane Track 9 and the Eppavala Track in Anuradhapura are facing an unfortunate situation. The farmers do not reap the benefits from the funds spent on the Varipupuduwa project, which was initiated with aid from Japan concurrent to the peace project. The funds allocated for the development of the waterways of the Rajangane Track 9 under the Varipupuduwa project amount to approximately 12 million rupees. Although the project work carried out with the assistance of farmers in the area is nearing completion, the waterways near the Yodala, which was identified as an essential source for farming activities through a field study, have not been developed as yet.
Not even 5 cents from the funds received have been incurred for the Yaya 9 or the Eppavala Yaya. They obtained work from a farmer for more than 25 days. We are helpless because it takes 4 days for the fields to receive water. The fields are dying because it has not received a single drop of water.
It is in this backdrop that farmers level allegations stating that agrarian organizations charge money from them for various reasons.
Waterways were built recently, but they charge 300 rupees for an acre as maintenance cost. Why are they charging 300 rupees for maintenance purposes when not even an amount of earth has been laid on this road? The higher officials of the government should look into why such injustices occur.
The occurrence of such malpractices which take place under the guise of development projects is a bad omen to the agriculture sector. Shouldn't appropriate projects be implemented in appropriate places and thereby pave the way for the benefits of the funds obtained for the country's development to be enjoyed by those who genuinely need it? Minister of Irrigation and Water Resources Management, this is over to you.
The Pathfinder Foundation reveals that the Sri Lankan woman continues to occupy a backward position in social development indicators. The foundation points out that female representation should be increased in the social and economic spheres in order to change this situation.
Pathfinder Foundation states that though women have achieved considerable progress in social development indicators, women remain backward in the plantation sector and in poor urban areas. The foundation points out that women are also disproportionately subject to economic exploitation and the burden of poverty. The Pathfinder Foundation further states that in order to ease out of this situation, the percentage of female representatives in Parliament and local authorities should be increased. Currently, female representation in Parliament accounts for only 5.8% and a mere 1.8% of members of local authorities.
මේ සඳහා පාත්ෆයින්ඩර් පදනමේ අපි යෝජනා කරනවා දේශපාලන පක්ෂ වලට අවමෝචයෙන් 30%.
We suggest that at least 30% of female representation in political parties should be made compulsory. They should be provided with a training to participate in politics and if possible with funds as well. Also, since the majority of those engaged in foreign employment are women, if we can introduce a method to provide them with voting power as well, then we will be able to increase female representation.
අතිමහත් බෞතරයක් කාන්තාවන් නිසා ඡන්ද බලය ලබා දීමට ක්‍රමයක් නිර්මාණය කරන්නට පුළුවන් නම් ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ කාන්තාවන්ගේ දේශපාලන නියෝජනයේ ඉහළ මට්ටමකට ගෙනියන්න පුළුවන් වෙනවා.
The Mayuramela Carnival and Exhibition conducted by the Old Boys Association of the Mavanala Mayurapada Central College together with Newsfest concluded yesterday.
It was the Sidua Sakura Band which provided music for the musical show which got underway at the carnival grounds yesterday.
අපත් එක්ක අත්වැල් බැඳගත් දැවැන්ත විද්‍යුත් මාධ්‍ය ප්‍රමුඛයා සත්‍යයේ සටහන බුද්ධියේ විමර්ශනයට ගෙන එන ලොවේ අංක 1 බවට පත්වන්නට ආශිර්වාදාත්මක උත්සාහයක යෙදෙන්නා වූ නිවුස් ෆස්ට් කාර්ය මණ්ඩලයට අපි ඔක්කොගෙම හොඳම හොඳ අත්පොළ සන්නඩක් දෙන්න මේ අවස්ථාවේදී දයාබර සහෝදර සහෝදරියනි. ආවනල්ල ප්‍රදේශයේ උණුසුම් පිළිගැනීම නිවුස් ෆස්ට් වෙතටයි මේ මහා අත්පොළ සන්නඩ.
Gimhan Madhusha, who was selected following screen tests conducted by News First at the carnival premises, received gifts from the invitees. Subsequently, a musical show was held with the participation of a large crowd, including area residents.
News First Samaga, Danamutu Saine Pautumin, Mayramela Mahasanakiliata, Devantavadi Shakya Klabadunda. Me Thalan Atpolasana, Dekatugamu, Me News First Vada, Satya Satahana, Buddhi Vimusuvata. We report, you decide. News First.
A cricket coaching session was also conducted by Sports First at the Mavanella Beminiwatta Mahavidyalaya in line with the Mayurmela exhibition and carnival. Over 100 players participated in the coaching session that was conducted throughout yesterday. And with the very latest from the sporting arena, we are now joined by Arundhati Mudannayaka. Good evening, Arundhati.
Good evening, Ramesh.
Arundhati, I hear that you have some good news for all our cricket fans.
Indeed, Ramesh, Sri Lanka has advanced to second place in the ICC ODI rankings. Sri Lanka currently holds the number 2 position with 118 points, 1 point ahead of India.
Now, Sri Lanka has had a most successful year. Tell me, how has this reflected in the rankings?
Well, Sri Lanka's performance this year has allowed them to hold the 3rd spot in the one-day rankings for most of the year. However, we did go down to 4th place on 2 occasions.
Arundhati, does Australia still dominate the one-day rankings?
That's right, Ramesh. Australia still dominates the one-day rankings with a total of 130 rating points. Sri Lanka, meanwhile, moved up 2 spots to take 2nd place in the rankings from India. India has dropped down to 3rd place, while South Africa currently occupies 4th position. England completes the top 5 in the current one-day standings. Moving on to some rugby news, Havelock Sports Club have risen to the top of the points table in Sri Lanka Rugby League after a lapse of 30 years.
According to the latest club rugby rankings, Havelocks, which has won 6 out of their 8 games, dominates the standings. They have amassed 35 points so far and leads the defending champions Kandy by a narrow 1-point advantage. Kandy Sports Club has also won 6 of the 8 games that they have played. Both Kandy and Havelocks have the opportunity to clinch this year's league title. However, their performance in the next 2 outings will be the deciding factor. Havelock Sports Club is due to lock horns with Kandy Sports Club and Navy Sports Club in their upcoming encounters. Incidentally, Navy, who secured a stunning win against the Kandy team, currently occupies 3rd place in the rankings, with CRNFC coming in 4th.
Sri Lanka cricket is facing poached emirate charges of more than 4 million rupees for a stock of uncleared shares that were ordered for the 2011 ICC Cricket World Cup.
The Sri Lanka Cricket Media Unit, issuing a statement, said that Sri Lanka Cricket ordered 6,100 plastic shares from Australia for the 2011 Cricket World Cup. However, these shares had arrived on the 4th of March on board the Bentaville 120E via Port Said, Egypt, after the commencement of the World Cup. The Sri Lanka Cricket Media Unit notes that the former interim committee did not clear the cargo, which has been lying in the port for almost 5 months. According to the statement, Sri Lanka Cricket is now faced with a debit note of 4,279,393 rupees for port demurrage and shipping liner charges payable to the Sri Lanka Ports Authority as at 31st July 2011. The current interim committee, which took office on the 4th of July, was made aware of the cargo idling in the port recently. The statement issued by the Sri Lanka Cricket Media Unit points out that the present chairman of Sri Lanka Cricket managed to negotiate with the Ports Authority to clear the goods with a bank guarantee amounting to 4,279,393 rupees, pending an appeal for a waiver through the Ministry of Sports.
England set India a challenging victory target of 478 runs on day 4 of the second test being played at Trent Bridge in Nottingham. However, the Indian top order was blown away by the English bowling attack as the Paces exploited the full advantage of home conditions.
England resumed their second essay on an overnight score of 441 for the loss of 6 wickets. The Englishmen failed to get off to a good start as they lost Matt Pryor early in the day for 73 runs.
Taken by Dhoni.
However, 90 runs by Tim Bresnan, along with a well-made 44 by Stuart Broad, ensured that England went on to amass 544 runs before being bowled out. Praveen Kumar was the pick of the Indian bowlers, bagging 4 wickets.
Oh, eventually taken. There he is.
The Indians, who commenced their chase of 478 runs, were struck an early blow as Stuart Broad dismissed opener Rahul Dravid for 6 runs.
Magnificent delivery. The finger goes.
VVS Lakshman didn't last long either as he was bowled by paceman James Anderson. Abhinav Mukund was the next to fall as he was undone by Tim Bresnan for 3 runs. Bresnan struck again a short while later to dismiss Suresh Raina for 1 run.
Fine leg. Yes, it does.
A short while ago, India were 149 for the loss of 8 wickets. And that's all I have from the world of sports. Back to Mahina and Ramesh.
Thank you, Arundhati.
Now you, our viewers, have the opportunity to share any newsworthy video clips with the entire nation through News First. You can do so by sending us the video captured on your mobile devices via email or MMS.
But you have to make sure that your video clips are 30 seconds or less. You can MMS us on 0759 301 003 or email us on ureport@newsfirst.lk.
And on that note, we wrap up this edition of Primetime News. Be sure to log on to our website, that's www.newsfirst.lk. I'm Ramesh Rugal Bandara.
And I'm Mahina Bongso. It was a pleasure having you with us here as always. Take care and good night.